Alright, I'm making this video as I'm driving, but, whatever. And it's about decisions. I have a couple of friends that are trying to make decisions right now, and they're having a tough time on what to do. And, obviously there's an emotional part in making a decision, and there's a logical part. So this is going to help you with at least the logical part, and maybe that'll help you with the emotional part. So what happens is when people try to make decisions, they get stuck because they don't know, they try to think about every possible outcome of what might happen. If I do this, maybe this will happen, maybe that'll happen, and it just doesn't help them because you keep going back and forth with all the possibilities, and it doesn't help you make a decision. You're trying to figure out, one day you might be angry, and or you might go lean one way, and you think of all the negative possibilities. You're like, all right, I'm going to go with that. And then the next morning, something good happens. You're like, well, that could be the way it always is, and therefore you change and you look at all the positive sides, and then that tries to sway your decision, and you go back and forth all over the place. You never really come up with a good answer on what to do. So it's very simple. What you do is you just look at the worst case scenario of doing that potential action, and then you look at the best case scenario of that potential action, and you say, can I deal with those two outcomes? If the answer is yes, I can deal with both those outcomes, then you do it. If you can't deal with both those outcomes, then you don't. So, for example, all right, should I go and rob the 7-Eleven right now that's coming up on my right? Well, what is the best possible scenario that could happen by me robbing the 7-Eleven? Well, I could, the most money they could have in the 7-Eleven, $2,000? Maybe? Okay, so let's say a lot of money in the lottery drawer. I get away $2,000. The cameras are disabled, and I get away scot-free. No one gets hurt. $2,000 in my pocket, and that's about it. That's the best case scenario. What's the worst case scenario? Worst case scenario is I get caught, I go to jail, I get shot potentially, and by a police officer. I can run off the road trying to escape. So I get run off the road, and I end up getting shot or going to jail. So that's the worst case scenario. So $2,000 versus getting shot and going to jail. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. That's those two things. The risk reward does not match up. So if you're watching this as a sales rep of mine, you can say, all right, well, what is the worst case scenario if I call someone on the phone to try to set up an appointment? Well, worst case scenario is they say no, I don't like you, I never liked you, I can't believe you called me, this is awful, and then they hang up the phone like real hard. Actually, they don't really hang up phones like that anymore. Now they just press the red button really hard. Take that. And then they call you back, and they go, don't ever call me again, lose this phone number, how dare you? Right, so I don't know if I can make it any worse than that. It's probably about as bad as it possibly gets. Well, what's the best case scenario? They say yes, and they let you come over, and then they buy whatever it is you're selling, or they, set up, you make anywhere from $50 to $250 or to $1,000. They give you a bunch of recommendations. So, a no on the phone. And by the way, if somebody actually hung up on you like that, one, they didn't like you in the first place, and two, would you ever want to talk to them again? No. So, the point being is you have a no on the phone from someone you're never going to talk to again in the rest of your life, versus putting money in your pocket and having a great experience. So, yeah, I think that's probably a good way to go. So, if you're doing this for personal reasons, look at relationships. What's the worst thing that can happen with this person? What are they capable of? What's the best case scenario? What are they capable of in a positive side? and what is your best, being taking your heart out of it, what is the best things that you're going to happen from that relationship, and see if that's your relationship you want to stay into. So it works for everything. So use that strategy. It'll definitely help you with some life decisions that you have to make.